Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. I am so excited. So my makeup, not looking so hot. It's alright though. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Actually, it doesn't look bad. Doesn't look too bad considering it's been one of those days where hours have went by and I'm just now sitting down. It's one thing after the other. But let me tell you, I found a job. I know, it only took me 3 weeks. But I found one. Part-time, so it shouldn't really interfere with what I do here, but it may. I'm not for sure on the hours yet. But I'm still gonna film like every day but Sunday, or new launches, of course. But I feel like it may be like more of a rushed sort of situation where I may not be able to control the background and that sort of stuff. Just so you know. So if grandchildren happen to be walking in, or fiancés, or my children, or whatever it may be, it could be chaotic at times. But that's life. I don't know anybody that has a perfect life. I sure don't. So I wish. Do I though? That would take some of the fun out of it. But I kind of wish it was a little more sturdy, or a little bit more calm. Especially at my age, like I would assumed I would have been a little bit more settled, maybe even is the word, I don't know. But anyway, for today's look, it's nothing major. It's quite easy. I seen the palette laying there. It's an old one. And I just want to, try it out again real quick. It's not my favorite, I ain't gonna lie. But I just want to say I got a job. I'm so excited. It has been so long since I have been out of this house that you have no idea. No idea. And I know that people complain about jobs, and I'm sure that in a couple of weeks, or maybe probably months, it'll take me. I'll be complaining that I have to go to work. But for now, I am just like so excited. But I think I'm gonna like it too. It's definitely a different. Well, here I might. I don't know if we're allowed to say where we work. I'm not really for sure on all that, how that plays out. So, I think I'm going to like it a lot, though. We'll just say that. It's kind of got makeup, but it kind of doesn't, so, I don't know. But anyway, we'll see if we can talk about it. If we can, I'm going to have so much fun. But, for foundation today, I'm wearing the Natasha Denona. Holding up pretty darn good, I must say. Concealer is Dior. I set with the Hourglass powder through the T-zone and under the eyes in Soft Light, this one here. And then for the rest of the face, I use my Natasha Denona powder at N6. For bronzer, I am wearing Lustrous Bronze Light. For blush, I'm wearing the Radiant Rose. And for highlighter, Beaming Strobe Light. So, bronzer, blush, highlight. So really, I've really been getting a lot of use out of this palette. Again, I can already tell the bronzer is going to be the first thing to go, as always. To be fair, in order to keep the palette intact so that it kind of gets used evenly, I probably will have to lay off that bronzer for a little bit and use a different one, which is no big deal because I got plenty. But I will say that these have come in handy, especially when you're in a rush. I have noticed that to grab stuff that I know is going to work, it's just come in handy having it all in the palette, because there's no decision making, And again, I know I could plan ahead. Sure, no problem. For lips, I'm wearing Bronze Glow by Makeup by Mario. And then the palette I grabbed is the ABH palette in Glam To Go. This is what she looks like. And to be fair, there's really only 2 shades in here that I really like. It's called, the first one's Pretty, and then Fireworks. It's this one here and this one here to create a look with. I usually go in with the dawn and then dusk and then those two shades. That does create a pretty look, but I mean, there's so much of the palette not used, you know what I mean? But today we're going to go into Sunset first. I tried to use different shades today so I could see how I felt about the palette more, because I think it's one of these ones that may go. I just don't, I don't see a point in keeping these little ones. I just don't. So it may be one that goes, just for the sheer fact of, yes, there's 4 of the 8 I really do like, but I feel like this could have a home to someone who would really appreciate all 8 of the 8. You know what I mean? And it is slightly used, so I just feel like it could be, and I clean all my stuff, and I take care of my stuff. I just do. I can't help it. We're going to go into the shade Rosy now. I will say the palette is quite easy to use, though. Like, as far as like the mattes and stuff, there's a little bit of kick up in the pan, but my goodness, they blend and build beautifully. I really don't have any issues with ABH shadows, to be fair. And I think that you gotta like their color story, that's a given. But I think if you like the color story, you'll like the way it performs. We're gonna go into Dusk. And just darken that outer corner. And again, it's just a very quick look. You all, I really was beginning to think I wasn't going to find a job. I know that sounds bad. It's like, oh, you've been looking for like a couple weeks. But really, I've been looking a more than a couple of weeks, but really, really looking, the last couple of weeks. And I was really beginning to think I wasn't going to find one. And I'm so glad now, because every time I was turned down, I was getting a little bit more discouraged. I'm not gonna lie. And a little more down, and a little more of beating myself up. And I should have known better than to do that, I know. And like my daughter says, when one door opens, or she closes, another opens. And it is true, and I know that wholeheartedly, I do. But in the thick of it, you don't, you can't see past what you see. And when one after another was saying no, or better can't, and never telling you why, it was becoming a little more and more heartbreaking, But she was right. When one door closes, another one does open. And I really, I would have never probably have applied at these. It's 2 places. One is only 1 day a week, which is great. The other is 3 to 4 days a week. But I would have never have applied, to be fair. I really wouldn't have. But I am so glad that I did. Because I think I know you're not always going to like your job and stuff, but I really feel like I'm going to really like my job. I think I'm going to enjoy working there. The people so far there seem so nice. I'm taking that same dark color and really pushing it into that lower lash line. And the customers seem, you're always going to have the one customer too, I know. But for the majority, it just seems like I'm going to like it. Hopefully I do well at it, and I perform well. But I'm just so excited, to be fair. And to be honest, I probably would have taken any job. So I am kind of glad it is the jobs that I've been offered. I'm so glad for, you know. But yeah, so excited. Alright, now we're going to take the shade. Where's the brush? Here it is. We're going to take the shade Sunburst, which is this one right here. And we're going to pop it all over the lid. Here's the thing. This is a very pretty color. I'm not going to deny that it's a nice... Sunburst is a good name for it. You know what I mean? But it's just not my type of shade, you know? And I think that's why I'm kind of like... If I would have liked this shade too, that meant I would have liked all three of the metallics. I think I probably would have kept the palette. But because this one's just not... I'm not gravitating to it at all. It's making me think it deserves a better home. So I am going to go into my highlighting shade from the Hourglass palette and popping it in the corner here for a little bit of brightness for that inner corner. Like that. I mean, I guess in a way the palette is easy to use. So that is a plus. Not much thought process. Not much. We're going to use the Brown Benefit for mascara today. But I feel like I would choose other palettes. Even other 8-pan palettes, like the Lawless ones, the mini Lawless ones. I love those. I feel like I would go that route more so than this one, to be fair. So I just feel like it's time to maybe let this one go. I'm getting a box. Like, after doing the alphabet thing, it really brought attention to certain brands and then less attention to certain brands, you know? I kind of know what I like, what I don't like. I know the color stories that I like and don't like, obviously. But it took me a while to figure it out, and a lot of money. A lot of money. But I am glad that I finally did it, you know. I finally figured it out. And I'll save a palette from every brand just so that, you know, I have that formula on hand. But I don't necessarily think I need every palette, you know? Alright. And we are done. I'm gonna be honest. If I worked prior to getting into all this, I don't know how many palettes I really would have purchased. To be fair. And the reason I'm saying this is because I am finding now that I will be gone, I won't have the time to play, you know. Obviously, you still want some palettes when you do have time to play, right? I get that. But I won't have all the time in the world to play. And when I am doing my makeup, I need it to be somewhat quick. Formulas that last. Formulas that I know like the back of my hand. You know, stuff like that. And I need it to not be overwhelming also. And I feel like that's when the smaller palettes are calling to me, because I have to be quick. I have to get my makeup on and go out the door and, you know, go somewhere now. I'm not just sitting here for, you know, however long and playing. I don't get that time now. I mean, I will, like, after I get home and stuff, but, like, you know, if I'm doing my work for a specific reason. generally, I don't put on makeup unless I'm just playing. That's the truth. Because it's a me thing. But when I do go to work, I still want to have it be a me thing, but more edit it down and more easily for me to move through the processes, if that makes sense. And that's why I find these face palettes that have the all everything so easy for me. Like, I love the colors to Hourglass. I love the formula. I love the colors to the Natasha Denona. Love the formula. The Benefit. I love those. The formula's okay. It's not the greatest. It's not my favorite, but it is good. It works. Same with Tarte. I like it. The same with the Too Faced. I like it. But then I'm like, will I start to miss the singles? Is what I'm wondering. So I think that I'm going to have like those sort of things really close by to me, but have a little bag that's got like my favorite single things too, just in case I want to mix it up, or just in case I have that extra 30 minutes, you know? It's just a thought. I've got a lot of things running through. Of course, first I need to tidy. That could be a job itself, let me tell you. But anyway, yes, I am so excited because I got a job finally. But anyway, I know. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do you still have this palette? Did you purchase this palette? Or were you smart and was like, no, we don't need that. We got them colors in our other palettes 10 times over. Because I do. I do. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on it. I do like it. And for the price point, it wasn't bad. Like, it's not a bad palette. It's just, I feel like since I'm not going to use it all, there's no point in me keeping it when I have so much anyway, you know? And I think that's my thought process moving on. If I'm not going to use it, at least 3/4 of something, why am I getting it? Why am I spending money? That could be used elsewhere. For what, you know? But anyway, I'll let you go. Let me know your thoughts on your purchasing behavior lately. I'm curious. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. And I will see you on my next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.